Did you ever need to take an action on an email or a file and do some digging or investigation about this, but you were wondering how you can do that and what tools that are available for you to do this? Do you know about the security investigation tool in Google Workspace? And have you ever used it before? Well, in this video, I'll introduce you to the security investigation tool, and also I'll show you how you can use it. So stay tuned and watch to the end. If you ever got a situation where you need to investigate a file or an email for a single user or multiple users and undo a sharing action or even delete the email from someone's mailbox, then most probably you have used GAM for this, or probably any other way that involve using the Gmail APIs or Google Drive APIs, which is not something very friendly, I would say. But what if you want to delegate this task to someone in your team, or what if you want to have a more user-friendly way of doing this? Well, if you have Google Workspace Enterprise Edition, any of the Enterprise editions, then basically you are very lucky because you can now use the security investigation tool. Well, it's not actually now, it's been there for a while, and you can just use the security investigation tool. And just before I go further in this, please don't forget to like the video to help other people who would like to learn more about the security investigation tool so that they can find it quickly, and also to help me grow the channel as well, which is very much appreciated. So in this video, I'm going to help you answer these questions and then show you a quick live demo on how you can use the security investigation tool. But then first of all, what is the security investigation tool? Well, the security investigation tool is a way for you as a super administrator or a delegated admin in Google Workspace to search and mitigate security and privacy issues in your organization. It allows you to perform searches based on log entries, for example, from the Drive audit log or devices audit log, and then it lets you take actions on the result of these searches by unsharing a file, for example, or deleting an email if you're targeting an email. And then where is it located and how to get access to it? First of all, the investigation tool, it's part of the security tools and sets, so it will be found under the security menu in Google Workspace. However, you will not see this unless you have, as mentioned earlier, a Google Workspace Enterprise edition, because this is an enterprise feature only, basically, unfortunately. Then as to when and why you can use or would you need to use this tool, basically when you need to modify or mitigate an issue in your organization's content, then it is the time to use the investigation tool. And as an example, let's say that a user has sent an email message that he or she wasn't supposed to send, and then the management asks you to fix that issue. Then you simply go to the investigation tool and search for that email and then delete it. Usually you would do it through GAM again or whatever API method that you can invoke and use. Another example can be of a confidential file that was shared externally and you need to revoke that sharing immediately. Again, when the management asks you to fix that thing. So you can use the security investigation tool to change the ownership of that file so that the user would not make that. And basically you unshare the file and then change the ownership of the file or restrict the sharing so that the user would not make that mistake again. And also you can even use it to end meetings that are not supposed to happen. But then if there are meetings that are going on that should not happen, or if a meeting is done but then some people are still in the meeting because, for example, they are AFK or just talking in side topics or anything, then you can just, end that meeting for everyone and they will be kicked out of the meeting. Now, if you need more insights on more use cases, there is a very useful link that you can refer to get more details and directions on how you can do any of these use cases with actually detailed steps. This is a very useful link that you can always refer to have more technical insights on this. Now, who can use the tool? It's again basically the admins, the super admins by default, of course, and any delegated admin that you can add or grant the permission for them. Again, because this is being a security tool, it should not be granted to anyone. This tool will allow you to see and peek into users' content such as emails and files. So it is important that you keep this in mind while using it and basically be responsible while using this, and also make sure only the responsible people get access to this. So now that you have an idea about the tool and when to use it, let me show you a quick example of how to use it with 2 examples and 2 scenarios. First of all, I will show you how you can find and unshare one or more Google Drive files. And then the second scenario here, I will be showing you how you can delete an email message from a user's mailbox. Okay, so the first demo and scenario that I want to show you here is that of unsharing a specific file or changing the ownership of a specific file so that the owner of this file will no longer be able to access it anymore, or will no longer be able to share it with the external people. So first of all, I need to go to the investigation tool, which is found as mentioned in the security section. In the security, you will see the security center, and in the security center, you should see the investigation tool. So once you go to the investigation tool, you will be seeing this kind of interface, and that's the starting point for you in the investigation tool. So now it's asking you to define your data source for the search, and the flow here is that we're going to do a search. We're going to use a specific criteria for our file and for our need, and then we're going to apply the action on the results. So for the data source, we're looking for drive logs, and in the drive log events, we're going to add a condition with the content of the file or with the title of something secret or something like this. So I will do a title attribute, then contains, I will just type secret. Now this is one way of doing the unsharing of specific files. Of course, when you integrate DLP, it becomes a different story, and it's more into looking directly into the content of the files. I will be addressing DLP in future videos in this channel, but now I will start with the investigation tool, and then I will expand on DLP with more topics later on. So I type the word secret in the title, and then I will click search. Now you will see multiple files should pop up in the results once the search is completed. And if you notice, these are all the same documents, but then these are events, because I'm looking in the events, I'm not looking in the actual file content, which is a different story. So you see the event is that this file is private up to this point, where it was private and then I shared it externally to someone. So when you click this, and when you go to actions, you can click the audit file permissions or change owner, or you can also disable the download, print and copy of this file, or you can remove the users, and then basically you unshare this from the external users. So if you go to audit file permissions, which actually will allow you to do change owner or remove users, and maybe you can do also disable print and all of this, you can do all of that from the audit file permissions. So when you click this, you will see the file name, which is secret project file, and then you will see the 2 users of this file. Now this is me, this is the internal user, and this is the other me, but then this is the external account on Gmail, and you can see the access here is editor. So I can either choose to remove the access, or I can set the view, or I can set the permission to view, or I can even set myself as owner at some point if I want to do this. So for example, I just want to give myself as viewer, then I can just set this to view, and then I will need to save the changes from here, and you will see the pending changes. So I will click save, and then this will be saved into the file properties. Now if I go back again to the audit file permissions, you'll see that I am now viewer on my external account, but then if I want to remove my access completely to the external user, I will just remove the sharing, which is from here, remove access, and then that's it. So when I save the changes, this file will no longer be shared with that specific user. Now you can do this through another way, which is by, I think, rules or DLP rules, if you can find them here. So rules log events, then this is when a DLP rule is triggered. You can see them from here, and then you can do also the actions related to that rule. Now, doing this by rule log events might be more accurate than the way that I have done here, because when you set up a rule, you will define a criteria for that rule to be triggered. So you will only execute this action on that specific rule when it is triggered based on the criteria that you set it, which is more accurate, of course. So that's it for this first demo and first scenario. Now the other scenario that I want to show you is, let me do another search. The other scenario that I want to show you is by searching in the Gmail or the email messages and then deleting that message from the user mailbox. And just to give you an idea and an example, if I go to my Gmail here, you will find one email message that I sent it from my external Gmail account into this account. This email message is a test for two scenarios. The first one is to test the attachment, which is PDF, that is a blank PDF actually. The other one is the searching inside the content of the email message. So when I go back to the investigation tool, and when I choose the data source to be the email messages, which is here, Gmail messages, and then when I add a condition and when I set the attribute, for example, all content, I'm not sure if there is body here. Yeah, there is no body here. So let me do all content and let me type secret. And now watch what is going to happen when I click search. So you will see the email that I have just shown you now. And if I click this result, you will find the information about this email, the headers, the DKIM and the SPF and DMARC results, the subject and all of these headers. Then you will find the routing information, and because I sent it from Gmail, you won't see a lot of stuff in here. But in your case, you might see a lot of entries in the routing table there, the routing entries or steps. Then the raw headers of this email if you want to troubleshoot that. Now there are some actions that you can do directly from this view, which is delete the message, restore the message, and mark message as spam if you want. You can also send the message to quarantine or send it to the inbox if it was in the spam, or just mark it as phishing, and then the engines of Google Workspace or Gmail in Google Workspace will consider this as phishing in the future. I don't want to do any of this. Also, I will show you what will happen if you delete the message now. So the interesting part here is the other tab, which is message. This will give you direct access to the content of the message. So if you click it, first of all, you will be asked to provide a justification why you would need to open this message, which is something logical and nice. Now, in my case, I'm just going to type testing stuff and I'm going to click confirm. This action is audited, so you will know who viewed the message and when and what is the reason they have specified. And if you notice, I cannot click confirm without specifying a reason. So I have to put something here so that I can get the confirm. Once I do this, you will see the content of the message and you can see all of that. And there is another great feature, which is the virus total report. This is an Alphabet company. If you click it, actually, it will give you some details. It's an Alphabet product that analyzes suspicious files and URLs and detect types of malware and automatically share them with the security community. It's a very nice and a very great feature that you have embedded in the Google Workspace Enterprise edition, I think. I don't know if it is in other editions. All you have to do here to get that report is submitting the hashes of that attachment and also the IP address, domains, and all of these general information to the virus total product, and then you will get that report sent to you. I'm not going to do this now. It's something interesting if you want to check it out. And this is how you view the content of this message. Now, if you decide that this message is not required to be residing in the user mailbox, or the user should not have sent this message if it is something internal, then you can simply click delete. And you will have to type delete message. So the action is executed, and I think that's case sensitive. Let me try. Yeah, so it's case sensitive. Sorry. So it's even case sensitive to force you to be aware of what you're doing, which is great. So clicking delete. Now it tells you the message deletion action is in progress, but if you go back to the inbox, you should see the message disappeared now. So that's gone. This is the result of the message. As you can see, it's deleted. But then I can simply click restore, and the message will be restored into the mailbox, and simply the user will see it immediately, or almost immediately. So this is it for my next demo. And again, these are two simple and high-level demos. You can take it further by going to that URL that I mentioned a moment ago. You'll see a lot of use cases, and you'll see a lot of benefits of using the investigation tool. And again, if you combine it with the DLP and DLP rules, it will be a very great and a very awesome tool and a very awesome thing that you have in your Google Workspace Edition and account. So with this is going to be all for this video. I hope that I did explain the security investigation tool easily and help you understand or learn more about it. And also, if this is your first time hearing about this, then hopefully now you can utilize it better to do the daily tasks and whatever is required from you when you get such requirements and such cases. And if you have any question, or if you have any comment about this video, or any concept related to this, or any content related to this, please don't hesitate to put it in the comments section, and I will be more than happy to discuss it with you and interact with you. Also, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to get more content, and also please click that bell button so that you can get notified whenever I post a new video. Also, if you're looking for more Google Workspace related content, then you may be interested in my full and comprehensive Google Workspace Admin course. It covers a lot of topics, and it starts with you from the very first tasks and basics of building and creating your Admin Console and Google Workspace account. And then it dives deep into the advanced topics of email routing, security and data compliance, Google Vault, and many other topics actually. And you can get it from the link below at the discounted price. You will find the link in the video description as well. And once you do that, you will get a lifetime access with constant updates and new content. Whenever any changes, or whenever any new content, or whenever any new features are added into Google Workspace, I will make sure that these are added into the course as well. And finally, thanks one more for watching. Stay safe whenever you are, and until I see you again in a new video.